This is day 1513 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're doing Yeridea, Simon Reis, Tzadik Dalet, Siv Chav Beis through Lamed. We can find it. Chav Beis. When is this extended to Tu B'Shvat? When for the first 2 weeks we could consider 44 days of a year. But you planted after Tes Zayin Av. In which case, you have to wait 3 complete years. And so you don't have to wait afterwards till Tu B'Shvat. Around so in Chilik B'Zeh, there's no distinction. People show shame. Shleimim tzorich lamtin Tu B'Shvat. Shachar Shlishis, you have to wait till Tu B'Shvat after the third year, which means it's 3.5 years. V'dor pashu dim nisabra shon nisabra orla levai. So obviously, if it's an ibur yor, then it's an ibur yor for orla for levai. Much an ibur mina cheshbon, because it doesn't diminish the amount of time you have to keep orla. V'gama day Rishonik shazar pachas mi our boy and v'arba yom lifnei Rosh Hashanah. So the first thing you planned less than 44 days for Rosh Hashanah. Ibit el yomim, you lost those days in Rosh Hashanah. Maschin shnos orla levai, and the clock starts ticking on Rosh Hashanah. But that you should know that certainly Zohar Tu B'Av. Kadeshi Yesharu Mem Dal Shem Rosh Hashanah. You need to plan on Tu B'Av in order to leave 44 days until complete days until Rosh Hashanah. Avush Zohar, but there's not you plan to this night of Reidino Kalachim Mikan. That's it. You lost. You planned after Rosh Hashanah. But Torah Savar Kedah Day Ashniya, and the Torah repeated codes like the second Pin and Sham. The Yishnosh Ein Shum Gilu B'Chayim. By us, nothing grows in the winter. Ein Akin B'Chol no enough. Kivina Kshenotim Akayitz, and you plant in the summer. Tzar Shol Shonim Shleimim. You need 3 complete years. L'Charaz Man Hazeh, and after that time, Im Yachnot, if it buds, it's mutter. Mashachon, we call them whatever buds after that is also. Yitah B'Choref, if you plant it, and you call them mutter. You call them, if they plant. Yeah, before that it's also. Yitah B'Choref, if you plant in the winter. B'Mez, Mishal Shonim. It's automatically going to be 1 3 years. Planted in winter, the Bagir Shol Shonim. And it's Magiddo, because 3 years are up, it's not the time of growth. Many of the kites you have to wait for the summer. Since we said that the fruit of the orla is asbara, it's mutter, but the wood is permitted. That's so you can plant a sapling from an orla plant tree. Also, you're not have to plant orla fruit. That from this the tree will grow. Is getting off from the orla fruit. Nevertheless, if you did plant it, mutter. Because we pass in the cold of and then we have 2 causes, one permitted, one forbidden. It's per mutter. It's first of all, the zev is gorim mutter with the evan. The zev is gorim mutter, not it's not a preferred way of doing things, but it's okay after the fact. Here also the ground causes the tree to grow. The zev gorim mutter with the evan, and therefore, since zev is gorim is mutter with the evan, this is okay by the way. So on the other tree, we have Tirishni Orla, and they should wait for the years of Orla, Chachri, and Mutzah, and that's going to be permissible. Chav Dalet. Yisrael B'Akum Shu Yutudi Minatia. If you have a Jew and a non-Jew who are partners in a sapling, Yochel Yisrael knows B'Chil Yisrael can stipulate the beginning, Tchilas Shukfus, the beginning of the partnership, Le Marlo, to say to him, Tol Ato Shlosha Shnei Orla, you take the 3 years of Orla, Mani Ato Shlosha Shnei Macher Tzchilas, and I'll take 3 years opposite them. It's not an exchange for Orla, in which case the exchange should be also by Noah. The Jew has no connection to the years of Orla. Came at Nayim Makoni because the condition preceded the partnership. Even though the Orla caused him benefit, because non-Jew will not take any of his portion in the 3 years immediately after Orla. Interesting, we don't find that causing a benefit is also B'Suyana. But that's only does make a reckoning. How much of the guy got you in the days of Orla? How much the Jews gets afterwards? He made shoving, and they're not equal in their income. They will make it whole to each other. In such cases, it's definitely forbidden. The Zelki Stadfus B'Chol Hashanim is like partnership in all the years. Umachli Peres on all the years, and you Machli Peres Oil, so you exchange your oil fruit for the other ones. So they made the stipulation together initially. They make the stipulation it's also in this manner. The Chol they make a condition. Automatically comes out that when the non-Jew takes the years of oil, and the Jew takes the 3 years afterwards, if you below cheshbon, even there's no reckoning, it's like the exchange for oil. Because no matter what, they're partners for all the years. It's tonight, and any condition afterwards does not take effect. Hey, I ain't sure. Really, I feel with tonight a little cheshbon, even with stipulation, and without any reckoning. It's only if it takes 3 precise years, opposite the years of Orla. Corresponding to years of Orla. Not the possible make less than 3 years. They should Orla the same watim. Because the years of oil of fruit is not much. Also, it's forbidden. The zel kuva cheshen, that of itself is like making a reckoning. But it's like now becomes like an exchange of oil. Lamanot pachas, but I take less. And there's Shana oil, and there's Shabbat Kishana Shana oil. It's because the year of oil is not like the same as a non-oil year. And cheshbon Godam, he said there's no greater reckoning. So she to some perak good machos. As soon as that is she to the Rambam. Chafeyav, but Tur Pasai that feel below he's no mitchil. Tur Pasai even in stipulated initially. Mutas missile the shakum misratza. If the guy agrees, he told you still. You still take 3 years connection or opposite years of Orla. Fancy Khalifa Orla, not exchange of Orla. The Matom Ambo, it's just a gift. Me, how come we saw from the non-Jew to the Jew? We saw ancient Orla, but the Jew had no chelik in the Orla. You still learn Orla, therefore you still can say to him, you take the years of Orla, but he and I'll take it afterwards. The Akum, me so say the Akum is agreeable. Mutter, it's a missile. Time sugars on. It's not an exchange. Violently, it seems to me. The other day is against the opinion. So even if you agree for less than 3 years correspond to the years of Barla. It's a gift. Even though you say this is making a gift for 1 year or 3 years. Who doesn't like it? There's no agreement is made, then non-Jew takes all 3 years of no matter what. And then afterwards they split each every year. That's why I'm thinking so the Ram holds away, even there is agreeable if there's no stipulation. Rabbi ahead of time. Rabbi says if you give Pascha Rambam, Matur, Machlekes, Deogan Das Rashi, Barosh, Beso, Perakama, the Akum Ayin Sham. Chavav, because I've Rabbi Yosef, Mutter, Akum, you're allowed to say non-Jew, B'shnei Arlo, Avod Kami, work my field, v'titope and take the fruit. V'tein li karmecha, and give me your vineyard. She'avru aleh shnei orla, which already is past orla. Then and I'll work it. V'tope and I'll take the fruit. That kind of shara. Pashu dafka below asiyas cheshman. Obviously, he has to do that a reckoning. The zeknek is that one corresponds to the other. But asiyas cheshman, when you make a reckoning, have a mamash going to leave, and of course it comes to exchange. Chorein the din zeh rak is that's the Torah. This is only true according to the Torah. That's Ram to below he knew also. We didn't stipulate it. It's also have a kloidnu here. It's no stipulation. Yes, Shavashik Shukain love to those who asked the question. Came to Yikon and Pascal Rambam since previously they said Pascal Rambam Echit there. But Tzachim after the hill say the Kan Gama Rambam wrote there. Rambam also could see She'ain Kan Shutfus Klal. There's no Shutfus. Vavi Kim Bechir Ba'amo. It's a sale. Zemachol Karkashlov. Zemachol Karkashlov. Meshrei Shonim. They're selling the Chefta of the Karka to each other, not the Pelos. Okay. Chav Zayin. V'okosam sitas vav. He also writes in sitas vav. Mutzim kol akum perish ne orla shloshim. You can sell an akum the fruit. Well, this is more difficult. The fruit of oil for 3 years. Mechash lo ba'olam since they're not in the world. Wow, that's amazing answer. Haggadah Shana. They don't mochel mokim ha'etzim. They're always saying that place on the trees. Place it and come up. That's the orla mutzah noah. The tree, the wood of orla is mutzah noah. That's a Gabbal Galamdis. It's basically the name of the Raven. When they come to world, Chala Mechira, Paris, the sale takes effect of the fruit. Paris Asulim Bano, and the fruit is As Bano. Van the show can ask Machala, Paris, Lo, 18 is telling the fruit, not the wood. Yeshua, I can say that. Yeah, it's like a fruit, a palm tree for its fruit. Havlo Marachim, no, he didn't say this. And I'm sadly, it's clear. We testify. It was okay that this is what he meant. Otherwise, I already had me Arlo. Otherwise, I have an offer from Allah, and also the kinyan will not take effect as a kinyan They should deserve davar shalom because so which doesn't yet exist in the world. Um. Ella vade knos kanu. Must is this kavana. And this is the bracket says here. Zo kamos like going Rabbi Kiveger. So Rabbi Kiveger meant to explain here. Then the can ask, so then be Arla. You having enough from Arla. The found house. It's okay. It's not true. Grandma Bam was just causal, not direct. Let me say no. She grandma shlo ask much let me see chadal. I already saw that grandma by Isra no is not also. Chav ches. Request to Shlomo Sita Zayin Turn both right. Echad, I know not a garden, it doesn't matter, but somebody plants a seed, or you or a shoot. Or such call here a brooding entire tree, not going to and plant it elsewhere. Somebody who grafts a shoot onto a tree, acher into another tree. And also marvich, make a need, that was just a gumma, you break a hole by the tree, and mashmil echaman feeling, and you dip one of the trees, of the branches of the tree, and you plant the middle of it in the hole. And its head comes on the other side, and as it comes a tree. Kulon chayovin be'ola. Don't require the obligated ola. And so if you cut this off, the runner or the shoot from the knee from the main tree, or it's not somehow it's not being sustained by it. Because as long as it's still connected, stay for it. I don't know if it's like one of its branches or part of its extent. And if after the branch that you made the runner in the ground grew, old enough, you made another runner. Once again, compounded time after time after time. As long as the original runner is still connected to the original tree, turn to all extent. Here's the original Ikar. If you, however, sever the first one from the primary part of the tree, that's it. You start counting from the time you cut them off, even though they're fully grown trees. If an ikar partner and the primary tree is partner. Bracket says, obviously, if you wherever you made the interruption, that's where it begins. If the ikar tree is uprooted from the ground, so then it becomes subordinate to the branch which you grafted. I guess somehow or another it's still growing though. It's uprooted. So I guess because it's yonik now from the onaf. Money ben the ikar ben onaf, they start counting for the ikar and the onaf mishash from the time that the main trunk has been uprooted. I can show an quote from the Torah Shulchan Aruch. The die shows the zesh kasu that marki b'yilon acher chayvah. That just said that if you graft a branch in another tree, it's chayvah. Ain't it marki b'yalda. It's only if you take a young young branch and put it onto a young sapling. When your keves chayvah, where the thing upon which you made the graft, the graftee, whatever, it's chayvah or you made a graft onto a barren tree, which doesn't bear fruit. Okay, but you grafted on even a young branch to an old fruit-bearing tree, which passed the years of orla. Ain't no orla but work of. There's no orla in the graft. The brother rabbit's cane that's nullified to the old tree. This way he said, if you have a young tree which got now absorbed into an old tree, but the young tree is getting nullified by the old tree. There ain't but din or there's no din orla. Rashi but not a marki chayv orla. Now it says that a grafted tree is chayv orla. Biyalda, it's a young tree. It's not. Shaf oisa enough chayv orla. That branch is now also chayv orla, just like the young tree. Vav shekotzetsu mizkena, even if you cut off from an old tree. Now so shall biyalda. The God was kechas nurim. Got renew. Excuse me. Shazon it just this. It's planting. I'll show. V'zesh shim b'sef front not to the marki potem yorla. That which actually Zel Shanim is said for that which you receive the marquee bottom of your law, because of Ran, per Kama Rosh Hashanah, like Ran says, where it's grafted into the whole tree. Vavka Gamim Hirkim Bilan Tzrak. Now, if you graft it onto a barren tree, a non-fruit bearing tree, Yeshpuk to be Sham Perkam Gila, Darla, Smachlekas, Im Chavis Morla with Chai Merle. Yes, you the Betali Kabet Tzrak was Kena. Some say it's nullified by the older, not barren tree on Sham. Achmea Peskin Mashi the Chavis. For the Peskin sounds like Chai Merle, Ula Hefech. And opposite, I guess, when you grafted a barren, I don't know what the opposite would be. As if I have grafted a barren branch onto a orla tree, even though the barren branch was more than 3 years. No, that's what it means. Ulefech, zesh kosa on the opposite means that they wrote. From what they wrote, you can infer the opposite halacha. Zesh kosa, that they wrote, the kosman shu mechubar, as long as it's connected, yonik meilon, aim bodin orla, that's connected and deriving nourishment from the tree. It does, which is not orla tree. Aim bodin orla, yeshmi, Yerushalmi, Sham, Yerushalmi says the funny guy, mechubar chaybara, even scared chayb orla, koyim ofeches alin klapi as kena. If it turns its leaves towards the older tree, it's a sign it's not deriving nourishment from it. Siman and the siman is the man is lab delay. Some eats that which is not his. Place the schooling pay is embarrassed to look in his face. If they're not embarrassed, the leaves are not embarrassed to look in the face of the tree. The ikar tree means they're not being yonik from it. It's only part when the trees are facing the opposite direction. Does have a seed in the next zone? That's the sign it's nursing from. It's deriving nourishment from the older tree. The Tema, person Shlevi is astonishing person not bringing those Yerushalmi. Everything lo shchir came back is not so prevalent. Brian says, "Gambaram per good mashishen lo yad tzochem akmash kasat chavas atur." Right, whatever that is. Mar mekoymes. Lamed. Old kasu. They also wrote Avu sheminek of the Adama lavrik vanim choshen. Even though the keepers of vineyards graft. Grapevines every year. Mutter l'shtos yain mikfane akum. You'll drink wine from grapevines of non-Jews. They shum the suffix orla mutter. That's the suffix orla. I feel crummy. She saw over the Muslim, even as a vineyard where a Jew works. Mavrichim some and they make the grafts. B'chol shana every year mutter. Mishum mavrichim markib ina chayb orla. Ela beretz Yisrael avlo b'chutzorts. Okay, because mavrichim markib orla making the runners and grafting is only chayb orla and it's still not chutzorts. Yesh Yisrael tegam ne'eretz Yisrael and he goes to my head from ne'eretz Yisrael b'yayin shel karmei akum in the wine which come from non-Jewish vineyards. Should the roof of the fines live orla ninu because majority of the grapevines are orla. Feel crummy should do about the shesh bam orla yesh latiram and even the crummy where there's for sure orla we can imagine them. Should the cousin shavu yav orla shnei orla because normally before they shnei orla passed animals and pears they only don't produce fruit altogether. In mostly they do produce fruit named dakim they're klushim. They are weak and thin. Shemrin says miyayin not to make wine. Kalashoro. Zau kol medive arosh. And tomorrow we'll get into the question of this halacha.